What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Blake Anderson, student pastor at Fielder Church. Listen, if you are watching this video, I hope the reason is because you are going to camp with us this year, summer 2022. It's going to be an awesome summer. I'm so excited about everything that the Lord is going to do. It's going to be, I'm thinking, guessing, hoping, praying, the best week of the summer for me, for you, for all our students, our leaders. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited about all that God has planned. So thank you for tuning into this video. I have a lot of really important information about camp that I want to share with you guys. So please, please, please watch the whole video. You can put the video on like 1.5 times if you need to make it go faster. It'll be kind of long. But hopefully, all in all, this is going to save all of us time because we're choosing to do this instead of having a parent meeting where all of us get together. Some of us aren't able to come. So this is just the easiest way to get all the information that every single one of us needs related to camp. So let's get into it. Camp 2022 with Fielder students. We leave on Monday, June 27th. That is a week from today, the day that I'm filming this, which is Monday, June 20th. I guess that's how math works, 7 days before. So we leave Monday, June 27th. The first thing we're going to talk about is let's talk about the plan for departure. So Monday, June 27th, all of us are going to be arriving at the Pioneer Campus student building. It's across, if you've never been there before, it's across the street from the main building of the Pioneer Campus, next door to the Lock and Supply store. I'll have the address in an email that I'm sending to all of you guys with all this camp information. But we're gonna meet there at 11 a.m. for check-in on Monday, June 27th. Meeting at the Pioneer Campus building, 11 a.m. Monday, June 27th for check-in. You will get checked in. You know, I'm gonna talk through the whole check-in process. At 11:30, we're gonna have a short parent and student meeting where just to communicate some last minute expectations, be sure that everyone did everything they needed to do for the check-in process, meet all together, and then we're gonna load the buses around noon, 12 o'clock, load our bags and load us as people at 12 o'clock so that the buses can be departed by 12:30 so that we can hopefully arrive to ETBU in Marshall, Texas by 3 o'clock or just after so we can get checked in. So let me talk first about the check-in process that you're going to experience on the 27th. Here's how I hope this will go, okay? When you arrive at 11 o'clock, and hopefully not much after that, when you arrive at 11 o'clock, there are going to be designated locations for your luggage to go, okay? The buses are split completely by gender. 2 of the buses are girl buses, 2 of the buses are boy buses, and so we're going to put your stuff on the bus that you're getting on, okay? So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to arrive. You're going to go to a check-in table, okay? You're going to check in. They'll mark that you are present. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to be told which bus number that you're on, bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, or bus 4, okay? And then after you're told which bus number you're on, you are going to take your luggage to the designated bus luggage area. There's going to be a designated area for bus 1, for bus 2, for bus 3, and for bus 4. So if you're on bus 3, you're going to take your luggage to the designated bus 3 area. Anything that you want on the bus with you, whether that's a pillow or a backpack that has snacks in it or whatever you want on the bus with you, do not put in the designated bus area. All that gets put in that area is going to get packed under the bus. So if you want your backpack, if you want your pillow, then keep it with you until you get onto the bus physically. Everything else that's in that designated area is going to get loaded and be under the bus. So you need to drop your suitcase. If you're bringing a sleeping bag, that gets put there, okay? Be sure you put it in the correct designated area for whichever bus that you're riding on. The second thing you're going to do is after you drop your luggage off, you are going to go check in with the nurses, with Allison Bergen and Carrie Irons, who are our nurses for the week, going to help keep all of our students and all of us safe and protected with the different medicines that different people who are going take. So each of you should have, whenever you submitted forms, should have filled out a medical form. Every single person, whether you have anything to make note of or not, every single person fills out a medical form. Okay? That form for many of you may just be completely empty. NA, there's nothing on it. You don't take any medicines, you're not allergic to anything, you have no issues at all. If that's the case for you, then no problem. Carrie, if they have a form, Carrie and Allison won't need anything from you. You won't need anything. However, if you have any allergies and if you take any medicines, I don't care what it is, okay? If like whatever the medicine is, maybe you just daily take a migraine medicine. I'm not sure. It does not matter what it is that you take. Anxiety medicine, doesn't matter at all. Vitamins, any medicine that you take must be turned into Carrie and Allison, the nurses. No student is allowed to keep any medicine. None, nobody, none at all. Okay? You are not allowed to keep Tylenol on your person in your suitcase. You don't need to pack it. Do not keep it on yourself. The nurses will have everything that we need. But parents and students, it's your responsibility to turn in the medicine that if your student regularly takes medicine for anything, that they need to turn that in to the nurses so that they can sort it, so that they can have a plan to give that to your students when they need to take it. Okay, they will be responsible for that. If you have any concerns about that, then you can talk to Allison and Carrie. I'm gonna include Allison Bergen's contact information. If you have questions related to medicine or anything, if your student has a medical condition, they have diabetes or they have seizures, whatever the case may be, all right, you can feel free to contact Allison Bergen. She would love to talk to you about those things as she's getting ready for camp. Also, say for example, your student has diabetes. They've had diabetes for much of their life, grown up, whatever. They know how to take care of themselves. We want to know that that's the case, okay? Even if they're not taking any medicine, even if they don't need regular insulin, whatever the case may be, we want to know so that if something were to happen, our nurses are prepared with the information they need to correctly help treat your child for the week that we're away at camp, okay? So any information that might be pertinent to your child's health and safety, please, please, please let us know. If you didn't include it on that medical form if you've already submitted that, then you can have that conversation with Carrie and Allison. So you'll check in there if you have medicines to turn in, if you have notes to give them about allergies or anything related to that, any illnesses, any, whatever. You'll have that conversation with them. So you've checked in, you've put your luggage in the right place, you've done what you need to do related to medicine. Now everyone will just go, no one will linger. There's not going to be space to it. Everyone's going to go into the large room where we're going to wait around 11:30, hopefully have a quick brief meeting to talk about some just quick expectations, be sure everyone's done what they need to do. We load up the buses and we leave. Plain and simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, all done. That will be really, really, really hard to do. What's going to make this really difficult is if you don't show up on time. So if you show up late, if you don't have everything you need, like you have to go home and come back and whatever. If you aren't prepared to turn in medicine, and well, there's something else I was going to add. I don't remember. It'll come to me. And if you don't do everything in the right order, okay? Also, parents, this is more for you than students because we know you fill it out and they don't. Forms. If you have not submitted forms, you will be receiving an email from someone on the team saying you haven't electronically submitted forms for your student for camp, okay? It will serve us. Please help us if you will turn those in ASAP, if we could have all of our forms before we show up to check in so that no one is having to fill out forms the day of, that would be such a time saver. It wouldn't be a headache for you. Please help us by accomplishing that. You'll know if that's you. Okay, so that's the plan for check-in and for departure on June 27th. Arrive at 11 a.m. Eat lunch before you come. Please, we won't be feeding you lunch. You will eat dinner, and dinner happens pretty early at camp, but you can bring snacks on the bus, bring your own, but we won't be providing you any lunch or any snacks or anything like that on the bus this year because the ride's only about 2 hours. Okay, so we talked about departure, we talked about check-in, we talked about meds. Now I want to talk about the schedule. Okay, I'm just going to run through this really briefly, especially because a lot of it just ends up repeating, but let me just give you an idea of the schedule. So I just told you what we're doing for departure. We will arrive in Marshall, Texas at ETBU, hopefully sometime around 3 o'clock. We'll have about an hour to get checked in, get our name tags, get our keys, get to our dorm rooms, our assigned dorm rooms, and get settled at hopefully around 4 o'clock once we're there. So students, this really is more information for you because your parents aren't going to be there. Also, I'm going to include a schedule and then a packing list, which we're going to get to in a minute, in the email that you guys are receiving. So you'll have all of this, but I want to just talk through it. At 4 o'clock, we're going to have, once we're there, after everyone gets checked in, everyone's in their rooms, we're going to have a campus tour. Okay, we're going to tour from the dorms where things are so that you have no excuses to not know where you're going. So if I go from my dorm room and I need to go to lunch or dinner, the cafeteria, I know how to get there. So that if I need to go from lunch or dinner to the auditorium for worship, I know how to get there. So that if I need to go from the auditorium to where our church group is meeting, I know how to get there. We're going to go on a campus tour so that no one gets lost and is not knowing where they're going come that night once it's dark and we get out of worship and we're needing to go to our church group space. So be prepared for that. 4 o'clock. 4:45 to 6 o'clock on Monday is dinner. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll have your first village meeting with your village group. And then worship will go from 7:30 to about 9 o'clock or 9:15. And then after that, we'll have church group time at 9:30. We'll be in there for however long. And then lights out is by 11:30. Everybody in their rooms, in their dorms, etc. by 11:30. So that's day one. The next schedule is basically the exact same for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Really, nothing will be different for either of these days. So this is the schedule. 6:45 to 8 o'clock is breakfast. 8:15 to 8:45 is like quiet time with our church. With our church, we'll all come together in our church group time and have a time of quiet time reading God's word. 9 to 10 is what the camp calls kickstart. It's basically just like a rally to start the morning worship. It's fun, games, high energy, etc. And then I haven't been informed which we will be first, but we either have rec in the morning and then village group in the afternoon, or we have village group in the morning and rec in the afternoon. So I don't know yet which one we are. We'll find that out on Monday. But whichever one we have in the morning, we'll have at 10:15 until around 11:30 or 11:45. Lunch is from about 11:45 to 1:15, and then at 1:15 we'll have either Bible study or rec, whichever. Again, I don't know which one we have in the morning and which we have in the afternoon. From 3 to 4:45 is free time or open time. So the camp will have just different things set up each day that we can participate in, whether it's basketball or things going on in the gym or ultimate frisbee on the field, or there are different free time options that the camp sets up, but it's also an opportunity to go take a nap or go hang out with your friends and sit under a tree and enjoy being together, or go play cards or whatever. But that time ends at 4:45. okay? So taking a nap is risky because you don't have your phones. You don't have an alarm clock. Dinner is from 4:45 to 6. You have to eat dinner. And then after that is worship. Worship happens, at 6 o'clock after dinner, we have a prayer gathering. So you'll meet with your village group at your village group assigned location or spend 45 minutes just praying. And yeah, just being in the presence of God, praying for the night, for the week. And then after that, 6:45 to 9 o'clock, about those times is the worship service. 9 o'clock we'll have church group time, and then again 11:30 lights out. So that's the schedule for the main days: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, it will be the same every single day. You are required to participate in everything. Okay, you have to eat each meal. Like you don't get the option to sleep through breakfast. You have to eat each meal. Okay, you are required to attend either rec or village in the morning. You are required to attend either rec or village in the afternoon, whichever one we get assigned. You're required to attend lunch. You're not required to do anything specific for free time, but so free time is free, but you're required to eat dinner on time. You're required to be at your village group's prayer gathering. You're required to attend the worship services. You have to be at all of these things. Okay, there's no optional things. Okay, then day 5, Friday, is pretty much wake up, check out, leave. We check out at 8 a.m. The buses are arriving, and we will be departing and loading by 9:30. Hopefully, to be back at the student building by 11:30 or 12. So we won't be feeding you lunch on Friday, so you'll eat lunch when you get home. So that's the schedule. You'll receive a copy of this to look over. If you have any questions about that, you can ask us, and we'll give you the answers that we know. Okay, on to the next thing. Packing list. All right, packing list. Now, this is really important. I need you guys to follow instructions on these things. There are things on here that you will not have a successful week if you don't bring them. Okay? So, honestly, maybe most importantly, Bible, journal, pen. Okay? If you have a physical Bible, you're coming to church camp. If you have a physical Bible, bring it. We will be reading the Bible all of the time. There will be times where you're reading the Bible by yourself and you won't have your phone. Bring your Bible. Okay? If you don't have a Bible, let us know. We can get a Bible for you. Bring a Bible. You need it. Bring a pen. Okay? You're going to be making notes. You're going to be answering questions. All right? If you have a personal journal that you use, bring one. Okay? We want you to journal during your quiet time, during your village group time. Okay? Bible, journal, pen. You need them. Alarm clock. Some means to wake you up in the morning. Okay? You will not have your phones. We'll get to phones in a minute, but you will not have your phones. I know for most people, phones is the means of waking yourselves up. I don't know what to tell you other than you're not going to have your phone, and so you need a method to wake yourself up in the morning for breakfast. Adults and leaders and staff will walk the halls by a certain time in the morning and just knock on all the doors and wake everybody up. Okay? But you are responsible enough. Bring an alarm clock, bring a watch that has an alarm, bring some means to wake yourself up in the morning. Okay? Because you're not going to be able to have your phone. Bring a water bottle. Okay? We will supply a water bottle each night during church group time, to go with a snack, but bring a personal refillable water bottle. It's going to be hot. It's East Texas. It's probably going to be humid. We're going to be playing rec games. Bring a refillable, plastic or, canteen type water bottle that you have personally for yourself for the week to reuse. Okay? Casual clothing for 4 days. You'll wear whatever clothes you wear on Monday. You need to pack clothes for Tuesday through Friday. Appropriately length shorts for both guys and for girls. Guys, you don't need to be wearing short shorts. Girls, neither do you. Okay? appropriately lengthed shorts. If you are there packing and you're trying on shorts, guys or girls, and you question, I wonder if these are too short. They probably are. Okay? So just think appropriately. Appropriately lengthed shorts. And we no need to explain further than that. Feel free to pack or bring a sweatshirt or long sleeve shirt if you want to have it in the worship room in case the worship center is super cold. Just a reminder. Closed-toed shoes for rec time. I know if you wear Chacos or Birks or Crocs are super in now. Those are fine to have. You're not going to want to wear those during rec. Okay, bring closed-toed shoes, athletic shoes, sneakers or Crocs or whatever for walking across the campus. You just want something comfortable. You're going to walk a lot. You're going to run a lot. Like your feet are going to hurt if you're wearing ridiculous shoes. So you can bring Crocs. You're not going to want to wear them all day. Okay, you're going to be doing a whole lot more walking than just like if you go to school. So, another thing to bring is bedding. Okay, you can either bring bed sheets that fit a twin bed, like a dorm room style bed, or you can bring a sleeping bag. Okay, like House Life. They will not provide bedding for us. You need to provide your own personal bedding. So that also means you need to provide a pillow or a blanket. Like that is stuff that you have to bring. If you don't bring that stuff, we won't have that stuff for you. Like we won't have extra sleeping bags. We won't have extra bed sheets. Like we're not just gonna leave you high and dry freezing at night, but we're not gonna really have an opportunity or an option to figure this out for you. So bring your own bedding, pillow, all that. Bring it your own. Towels. They won't be providing towels. So bring 1 or 2 towels for showering, which you are going to do, each and every single one of you, hopefully every single day. Specifically, you junior high students, more so the guys, but girls, you too, make the right decision, okay? All of you are going to smell, every single one of you. Shower, okay? You will be gross. You're going to want to shower. Bring a towel. Swimsuit. So in years past, there has been a swimming pool open in the rec center during free times on Sundays. Sometimes we've gone to camp and the pool hasn't been open. Sometimes we've gone and it has been open. That is going to be really the only opportunity to swim, is if the pool in the rec center is open. If you choose to swim, the swimsuits need to be appropriate. And also just know, these are rules according to the camp as well. This isn't just a fielder specific rule. This is a camp rule. So boys, you do have just appropriately length swimsuit shorts, not too short, not too tight. Girls, either a 1-piece swimsuit or a 2-piece swimsuit is fine, but you do have to wear a t-shirt over a 2-piece swimsuit. So if you think you may swim at all, then that will be what you'd need. If guys or girls, you don't fit swimming dress code and you show up to swim, they will not let you swim. So pack what you need if you choose to plan on swimming. Bring sunscreen. It's going to be really stinking hot. The sun is going to be out. You're going to want to put sunscreen on for rec. Your neck's going to get sunburned, your arm, your nose. Bring sunscreen. Any personal hygiene items, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, deodorant, any of all the things that you would need to be clean and have good personal hygiene during the week at camp. You are welcome to bring spending money. I don't necessarily encourage it, but you're welcome to bring it to purchase snacks, to purchase, a t-shirt, whether that's a camp t-shirt or an ETBU t-shirt, band CDs for the band that's coming. None of that is required. It's an optional choice. All meals are included. You don't have to worry about buying food, but feel free to bring spending money. Snacks. You are welcome to bring your own snacks to have in the dorm room, to have on the bus. We eat 3 meals a day, but you can bring snacks. That's what to bring. And again, you'll have this whole list for you in an email that I'm sending to everybody. But okay, what not to bring, okay? For everybody, what not to bring: tank tops. No tank tops of any kind. Okay, no shirts with no sleeves. So if you're wondering, is this a tank top? It probably is. Okay, just t-shirts. This is a t-shirt. It has sleeves that go down my arms. If it doesn't have sleeves that go down your arms, it's not a t-shirt. Okay, no tank tops. Guys, none of the shirts without the sleeves where it's super cut out. Okay, none of those shirts. Girls, no spaghetti strap tank tops. No tank tops at all for anybody. Okay, no tight clothing. No spandex. No leggings. I mean, girls, you're welcome to wear leggings like in the dorm, if you please, but you're not going to want to wear leggings during the day because it's just going to be so stinking hot. So just bring appropriate, normal t-shirts and appropriately length shorts. And if you do that, everyone will be perfectly fine and it won't be an issue. Don't bring any clothing with questionable sayings. So something, if it has inappropriate words or inappropriate sayings, don't bring it. Don't bring any clothing that promotes alcohol or cigarettes or drugs or any vile, inappropriate things on your t-shirts. Don't bring those. You don't need them. Okay. Tobacco, vape pens, don't bring them. Okay. If that's something that you use regularly, this will be a good week to help you stop because you don't need to. Do not bring them. This goes for vape pens, drugs, alcohol, knives, any weapons. Don't even think about it. I don't care what ideas you think you have or how sly you think you are. We will find it. And it will be found out. Whether it's a vape that just has water vapor and nicotine, whether it has weed, whether it's a cookie or a brownie that has weed in it, whether you just straight up bring a joint, whether you bring alcohol of some kind, if you bring a knife or a weapon of any kind, we will find it. Okay? You are not sneaky. We will find it, and it's going to be bad. It will not go well for you, okay? This week is meant to be an opportunity for you to be immersed in the things of God. Don't ruin that by doing something stupid. So parents, I want you to trust your kids, but if you need to check their bags before they come, whether you think they're the perfect child or not, serve us and serve them by taking that extra step. Okay? If anyone shows up with any drugs, any alcohol, or any weapons, they will be going home from camp. Parents, we're only 2 hours away. I have no issue with asking you to come pick your kid up. So avoid that by helping them, by checking their bags, checking their stuff, being sure they're not bringing something they shouldn't have. Okay? So I'm not going to say anything else because I would just be repeating myself. Don't bring it. You don't need it. Other things not to bring. Any materials for pranks. We're not going to prank each other. We're not going to prank anybody. Every single year, somebody decides to not listen to that. Some different groups decide to not listen to that, and it's never fun because no one likes to tell the truth. No one likes to tattle, and we're left guessing, and people's feelings get hurt because they get accused of something that they may or may not have done. And then people's feelings get hurt because they got pranked. Don't do it. Don't bring it. Skateboards, roller skates, rollerblades, you don't need to bring any of that. Any technology, don't need it. Don't bring it. None. You don't, as a matter of fact, you don't even need headphones. Don't bring your AirPods. Okay? You don't need them because we're taking your phones up whenever you get on the bus. And then you're going to get your phones back when we're 30 minutes away. You don't need your AirPods, okay? If you bring them, we're going to take them. You're welcome to bring your phone, but we're going to take them up pretty soon after we get on the bus, and we won't give them back to you until we get off the bus, or until we're on the bus heading home, okay? So no technology, no Nintendo Switches, nothing, nothing at all. No laptops, iPads, none of it. You don't need it. And if you bring it, we'll find it. I promise. Okay, we always do, and it's always a waste of time. Don't bring it. Okay. Axe body spray, not allowed. Don't bring it. Okay, don't bring body spray at all. Just bring normal deodorant that doesn't smell like a junior high boy gym locker room. Decoy cell phones. Okay, here's where we're gonna talk about cell phones. All right, every single year, people try to turn in a fake cell phone, or they try to convince us that they turned in their cell phone when they really didn't, and then they keep their cell phone. Just don't waste my time and my energy on a stupid cell phone. You can go 5 days without it. And I promise you that you're going to be better for it. And I promise you, you're going to get on the other side of camp and you're going to go, you're not even going to really have missed it. And as soon as you get it back, you'll be right back in it. But don't bring a fake cell phone. We're gonna test them when you hand them in, and you may say, oh, that's silly. Like, you don't trust us. No, I don't. It's happened enough every single year. If you tell me, especially if you're a high school student, okay, some of you junior high students, you may not even have a cell phone. That's okay. If you tell me you didn't bring your cell phone, I'm probably gonna question you. Because the easiest lie to make in order to keep your cell phone is just to say, I didn't bring it. Okay? I'm probably going to question you, and I'm probably not going to believe you. You may not have brought it, and after enough questioning, I might get past it. Okay? The easiest thing to do for me to trust that you aren't keeping your cell phone is to bring it with you and to hand it in to me personally and say, hey, this is my cell phone. I'm putting it in this bag. Here it is. And I know you've turned in your cell phone, okay? Don't bring it. You don't need it. It's not necessary, and it's only going to make things harder if we find out you have it, which we will find out, okay? Okay, so that's a packing list, what to bring, what not to bring. I already told you we'll be arriving back on Friday, hopefully sometime around 11:30 or noon, so parents be ready to pick up then. The staff, and the leaders, we don't want to be sitting and waiting at the student building until 12:30 or 1 for your student to get picked up. We've just had a really great but really long and tiring week. We want to go eat lunch and go nap and spend time with our families. And so please be on time to pick up your kids. We'll keep you updated on Instagram, Facebook, by email if anything changes related to that. But that's that. Okay, the last thing I'm going to cover are just some expectations, okay? And we're going to talk about this some when we leave, and students, you're going to get this talk again once we're there at camp. But every single year when we go to camp, God desires to change our lives. Camp is meant to be catalytic, life-changing encounter with God. That's what camp is supposed to be. And every single year, the enemy, Satan, we have a real enemy who wants to deter that. He wants to keep that from happening. He doesn't want us to have an encounter with the Almighty God. And so what he does is he convinces us to do stupid things. Okay? He convinces us to pull pranks when we've said not to, that aren't edifying and have no purpose. He convinces us to jump on elevators that then break and the church has to pay for because we're stupid. He convinces us to get into a fight, to bully someone, to argue with the adult leaders. He convinces us to yell and scream and run down the hallways after quiet hours in the dorm rooms. He convinces us to not sleep a wink and stay up all night. He convinces us to skip rec or to skip village group time. These are the things that Satan tries to convince us to do. And the only thing it does is it puts you, the student, at risk. It puts us, the staff, and your leaders liable for you, and it hinders what God wants to do in your heart. I don't want you to miss all that God desires to do in your life through camp. And you will miss it if you do stupid things. Just think long enough to question, is this dumb? And if it is, don't do it. Should I do this? And if you shouldn't, don't do it. Don't stay up all night. Don't talk back to your leaders. If someone gives you an instruction, do it the first time. Don't skip an event you're supposed to be at. Don't prank anybody. Don't bring any drugs or alcohol or vape pens. Don't just absolutely destroy your dorm room. All of those different things. All those stupid, dumb things. Don't do them. Because if you do, I promise camp will not be fun for you. Because then what I have to do is I have to be authoritative and give consequences or punishment and potentially send you home. I don't want to waste your money, and I don't want to ruin camp for you. And honestly, I don't want your perspective of me to just be some no good, no fun authoritative figure that's down on you. I don't want to do that. But that's up to and determined by you and your actions. Okay? So help me help you. And don't be dumb. Plain and simple. Okay? It's going to be a great week. I'm so excited about all that the Lord is going to do. If you feel like there are things that I didn't cover, or any questions that you have, please feel free to email me or text me. Again, I will attach these documents in the email that I'm sending with the link to this video. Parents and students, please watch this video. It's going to be a great week, and I'm excited about all that God's going to do. I can't wait. Fielder students, love ya. See you on Monday, June 27th, to go to camp, the best week of the summer. Peace. On ya.